John Sears, S-E-A-R-S, like store.
And where are you from? Like California, or?
Yeah, I was born in California.
Well, tell me a little bit about your cause here, John.
Okay, I've been living with these mules 31 years. Traveling, we've been all over the western United States. And so I've had the experience, and I've seen the space to live the way we're living disappear very quickly due to development. And so it's obvious at this point, if something's not done to create space within this spreading megatropolis, what I call it, our way of life and opportunity for others to be like this and experience this kind of living is going to be gone. So we have to create space within the spreading megatropolis. And so the obvious place we wind up is a trail system in this country, an extensive trail system, going through all states, north, south, east, and west, looking at all states to all states, and communities to all communities. And that'll allow people to move around and spend time at a different pace, and closer to the natural world, and not be locked up in machines and buildings from birth to death. And that's what's coming. If you go outside at all these days, it's a recreational opportunity. You pay for it, it gets more and more expensive, and it's becoming very limited.
And why three mules, John? Why three? You look like you have a website, 3mules.com. Can you tell us a little bit what comes behind the number of mules?
Well, when I started with one, and then I could see that I needed another one. I needed one to ride, and I needed one to pack my stuff. And after a little bit of doing that, I could see I needed another mule to pack more stuff. And so that's how I got the three.
How long have you been doing this?
I started 31 years ago. The early years I was working, so I'd go out during the summers and wander around with the mules, and then go back to work in the wintertime. But I quit about 13 years ago. I quit working, and I just wandered around a little steady for about 13 years.
So now it's a full-time cause for these last 13 years.
Yes. I don't do this. It's not separate from what I am, from the way we live. It's the natural consequences of the way we are and the way we live. We have to do something. If we don't, we'll be dead.
And where were you before you came to the capital? What was your last destination?
Well, we were down around the San Diego area.
Okay.
We came up from there. We weren't staying in any particular place. We're always moving. This is a nomadic way of life. This is a nomadic place. It's been around for thousands of years. People have occupied this place for thousands of years. It's very old.
Is it kind of like when you mentioned the trails, is it kind of like the Mormon Trail where people, left certain areas of the country to travel? Is it kind of like that, where you're talking about trails?
Yes, we need trails where we can move around and spend time, and where we can stop and rest after walking all day and not be considered criminals. As things are in this state right now, if you stop and rest anywhere and go to sleep on the ground for a 24-hour, any night, you're considered a criminal. It's called illegal camping, and you're subject to heavy fines and jail time and a court appearance in criminal court.
And what's the reaction been like from people that come across you? They're pretty inquisitive, I'm sure.
Very inquisitive, and it's always very positive. There's very little negativity directed at these mules and the energy they carry with them.
What about yourself? Has there been any negative?
Well, I benefit from being with the mules and the energy they carry. If I was out by myself, it'd be entirely different. I know that. But I'm definitely a beneficiary of what goodwill they create.
Great. When people come up to you here at the state capitol, what do you tell them? What message are you telling them?
The same thing I just told you. Yeah.
So you just kind of cite that it'd be going back in times using trails as opposed to development. And
Well, we're not going back in times. We're not talking about going back to the caves. We're talking about creating space within the megatropolis, a balance where people can spend time other than being locked up in cars and buildings. A future.
Thank you so much, John. Is there anything I didn't ask you that you just want to add at all? 'Cause I may not have asked you something that you want to add.
That's probably about all I can think of, yeah.
Well, when people see this on TV tonight, this is my last question, John. Will you be here tomorrow, or what's your plan?
Well, that's what's the beautiful part about this life. It's spontaneous. It's very hard to have a plan. But I probably will be here tomorrow simply because I'm walking, and you can't get away that fast.
Yeah, well, tell me how. I'm sorry, this will be the last question. You say you walk, and it looks like you're pretty fit, so you get around pretty well. How old are you? Can I ask?
67.
67. Great. And you do this by yourself?
Yeah. I walk by myself. I have people assist me on running the website. Very nice ladies doing that. And doing a very good job at it. And so I have that kind of help. But out here walking, I'm by myself. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, John. I'll get some shots of you and the mules here.
Okay.
And we'll get your message on the air.